greetings and what a game it was yesterday. Hull City 3, Swansea 2, a brilliant comeback by Hull City. And today I'm going to be rating the players. We played fantastically in the second half. First half we were diabolical, as were Swansea for all of the game. Anyway, let's proceed. So we're going to start off with David Marshall. Realistically, he couldn't do anything to keep out Swansea's first goal. And honestly, the second one, it was just a blare up the other end. But didn't really have anything to do after that. So I'm going to give him a 6. Todd Kane. In this game, he really showed what he can do. He did a brilliant block off the line. And he just used his pace that he's got in abundance. He used it well. Got up and down. He worked so hard, and for that reason, I'm going to give him a 7. Moving on now to Tommy Elphick, the leader of the back line. Wasn't captain, Marshall was, but he played as more of a captain than Marshall did. He marshalled our back line and got a goal as well. Elphick, I'm going to give a 7.5 out of 10. Then Mazuch, he got taken off at half-time because he got a tight calf. I thought it was because there was a corner right at the end of the first half. I got it in the vlog. You might have seen a player jump for the ball, but then fall over and land. I thought it was Mazuch, and I thought he must have pulled his hamstring or something as he fell. But Adkins has said it was more of a... Adkins said it was a tight calf. So he was feeling his calf. But yeah, Mazuch, I just hope he's alright, because he's done alright these last 2 games. Then Stephen Kingsley didn't really do that much, but was solid in what he needed to do. So I'm going to give him a 6. Kevin Stewart now, in for Henriksen. And if I'm honest, apparently the reason why Henriksen wasn't in the team is because he was injured. I'm just going to check that now. But Stewart, I personally think he was better than Irvine and Batty. I think he was better than Irvine and Batty. Henriksen had a bad illness. So Adkins has said, we've lost the captain today, Marcus Henriksen, with a bad illness. He's going to be fine, he's just sick. So, not an injury, he's just a bit ill. But aren't we all at this time of year? But Stewart, he came in for Henriksen, and he was so solid. He came in. He was the most effective midfielder. He looks more relaxed on the ball. He looks like he's using his brain more a bit. He's not like, right, I'm just going to dive in here. I'm going to stand him up, get someone to cover me behind, and then someone else to maybe track that runner. But if that doesn't happen, then I'll just go in anyway. So he's thinking about it more logically now, seeing if there's anyone behind him and things like that. Just taking more time, relaxing. But yeah, he used the ball intelligently. He's played really well recently. He came on the other week against, was it Brentford? It was either Brentford or the home game before that. And he looked the best we've ever seen him. He was by far City's best midfielder. Far better than Irvine and Batty, who started alongside him. So I'm going to give him a 7, because he played very well. Irvine. It was his last game at the KCOM before he goes off to the Asia Cup. But he wasn't very good, hit or miss. Rarely ever troubled Swansea, but, he just played a few key passes. So for that reason, I'm going to give him a 6. And then for Batty as well. Batty, it says here, too much of the game passed by the youngster as he endured a tough lesson up against an opponent's skill in the art of ball retention. The odd nice touch, but enough to save him from, well, not enough to save him from being replaced. But for me, him and Irvine weren't that great today, so I'm going to give them both a 6. Because in a game like this, you can't be scoring people lower than a 5. No way. Maybe Mazuch, because he only had a half. But Batty, he wasn't that effective. He was more of a shadow. He didn't look in the game at all. Now, Jared Bowen missed the penalty. Could have had a hat-trick. But, you know, he had a better second half. Drew City level from close range before producing a superb run and finish to bring Swansea to their knees to make it 3-1. Bowen, you could have had a hat-trick, lad. If you hadn't have missed that penalty, put it high like you always do, you would have got a 10. But because you missed that penalty, you were still superb in the second half. So I'm going to give you an 8.5. But if you'd have scored that penalty, that would have been a 10. That would have been a 10. But you know, you live in your line. Anyway, Grzycki made a load of key runs. I was really impressed with Campbell yesterday. Really just direct. Loads of really key runs. Set up Bowen's goal, gave it to Campbell, then Campbell played it across. Roden sliced it, and then Bowen just tucked it in from about half a yard out. He was so lethal down that left side. And Swansea's fullback just couldn't deal with him. Who was it? It was Roberts, I think. It was Roberts or Declan John. They just couldn't deal with him. He was so lethal, so effective. He missed 2 chances, but it's Kamil Grzycki. He's going to miss. But he was so effective in this game. And was good again. He's been really good recently. Since he's got back into this City team, he's been playing so well since probably mid-October onwards. He's been so good. So I'm going to give him an 8. Campbell. He wasn't very good in the first half. Second half, he got into the game a bit more. He had that fire in his belly that we're so used to with Fraser Campbell. Just dug in good. It was a good second half. Dug in deep. But he wasn't the Fraser Campbell that we've been used to over recent weeks. But still an alright second half, so I'm going to give him a 7. Now the substitutes. Device came on for Mazuch at half-time. Charlotte City's defence. And probably could start at Preston. So I'm going to give Device... I'm going to give Device a 6.5. Evandro, oh my God. Evandro came on for Batty in the 66th minute and changed the game. He got right into the action, right in the thick of it. You know, just played so well. His key passes, key runs, his everything just changed that game. That's what we needed. So I'm going to give him a 7.5 because he came on and changed the game for us. That was the turning point. Now Martin came on for Campbell in the 84th minute. Missed a chance to open his account when denied by Mulder. All he needed to do was hit it the other way, but he tried to hit it back where the keeper was coming. Hit it straight at him. But you know, we all know that Chris Martin can't really shoot well in a Hull City shirt. So I'm going to give him... I'm not going to rate him, you know. because I don't think he had enough time. If he had another 10 minutes, maybe got into it a bit more, maybe I'd have given him a 6.5, but nah. Only had 6 minutes. But yeah, that's the end of player ratings. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new. And I will see you tomorrow for fantasy football on Christmas Eve. I'll see you later. Merry Christmas.